just need to rant and rave and have some fun and bullshit because sometimes you just gotta bullshit. And my hair is being evil because it's fucking evil. And I don't care. It's time to be honest. I just don't care. I mean, I'm laughing at this current culture. Everyone's offended at everyone else because, God forbid, we can't just get along, agree to disagree. We can't just say, I don't care what your opinion is. I can like you as a person. No. We whine, we bitch, we fight, we pander. It's so pathetic. And so I come on here and I rant, I rave, I BS because it's better than the crap that's going on in the world. And maybe I'm bad. Maybe I'm terrible. Who knows? I've been told that enough times in my life. And hey, maybe it's true. But at least I know how to have fun. Nobody has fun anymore. They just are miserable and uptight. And it's like, what can offend me today? I don't care. I don't care what somebody else is doing, really. As long as they're not trying to shove it down my throat, I don't freaking care. Who cares? Don't be offended if you don't like something. Just don't look. Just don't look. You know, have some fun. If you don't like something, ignore it. Go do something you like better. It's like this mind numbing. Everyone has to think the same. Everyone has to feel the same. Everyone has to be the same. Why? Why can't we just have fun? Have fun. Have fun. I can sit and laugh and sing and bounce and be objectly, and I'm in a good mood even when I'm ranting. You know why? Because I don't take any of these people seriously. None of them. People starting fights, all these people doing stupid shit. I don't care. Do what you want. Do what you want. Do what you want. I don't care. I just don't care. Now, does that mean I don't try to have standards I care about and things that I feel? Of course I do. But I'm not going to let them drive me nuts. I'm not going to let myself get sucked into other people's opinions and battles. And I love Star Trek. I love Star Wars. I love Stargate. I love Andromeda, Earth Final Conflict. I love so many nerdy things. Guess what? I don't like Game of Thrones. I never did. I hate Harry Potter. I think that Hunger Games is meh. I mean, we can go down this route. And it's okay. We don't all have to like the same stuff. We don't all have to have the same ideals. When did we get into this culture that thinks we all have to be the same? I don't know about you. I don't even agree on a lot of stuff with my own family. I get in arguments with my family. And that's just being real. And it's okay. We don't all have to agree. We don't all have to like the same things, like the same parts of the same things. It's okay if somebody doesn't like sequel, prequel, originals, or other stuff, as long as they're respectful. And also, it's okay to like things that are logistically bad stories. It is. But don't pretend that it's this great, deep, wonderful, amazing thing when it's not, when it's bad, when it's poorly written, when there's plot holes everywhere. We can still enjoy it. In fact, some things that are really bad are really fun to hate watch. They are. But admit the plot issues. Admit that it may not be the best written story. And that's okay. Not everything I like is. Some things I just like because they match me in personality and type. and it's okay. It would be so much better if, as a society, we stopped focusing on if you don't like this or you don't agree with this or you don't like this, then, oh, you're this, you're this, you're this, you're this. Or if you like this, you're this and this. Just shut up and like what you like. And if you don't like it, don't like it. But don't attack your fans if they don't like how you took a storyline. Doesn't mean they're any negative thing. It doesn't mean they're horrible. Doesn't mean they're hateful. Doesn't mean it has to do with gender or sex or shit like that. They just don't like it. It's okay for us to look at something and go, nah, nah. Well, that doesn't mean anything about us. And it's okay for somebody else to be sitting next to us and go, oh, yay, yay, yay. And that doesn't mean anything about them. Different strokes for different folks. And if you're not going to be pleasant, at least stroke it. It's ridiculous that we get into these petty arguments over things that just don't matter. They don't matter. It's just mindless fluff. And so it's okay to be mindless fluff. We just need to have a little fun. Have fun with your mindlessness. We all like something ridiculous. We all like something that doesn't have any substance. Have fun with it. Have fun. Have fun. Be crazy. Be silly. I have a girly side. This is a butterfly shirt. I'm not all hardcore. I am a bit hardcore, but that's not all I am. And it's okay to admit that even rowdy tomboys, even really rough and tumble girls, tend to like some soft and frilly and girly things. Hey, butter, 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 butter. Hey, where's my like? Like. It's fun as a girl to like some frilly and some cute things, even rowdier girls like me. I like cute creatures. I like Ewoks. I even like Porg. Okay. It's slow over here. It's YouTube. YouTube's stupid. I even like Porg. See? And I hate The Last Jedi. I still like Porg. Girls like cute things. It's okay. Why do you think I have cats? They're evil little shits. If they weren't cute, I wouldn't have them. I mean, why do we reach this point where they act like if we mention that girls like stuff that's cute usually, it's like we're being so sexist and so horrible. No, it's just how we are. I'm actually just under 5'9", but it's actually hard for me to stand that tall because of my back damage. I'm under the inch mark. But I have to kind of press up against something to really get my height because of the back damage from being trampled. So I usually end up looking a little shorter. I also have really big nomadic feet. So there's a random thing for you. I wear a size 11 shoe. So all these people who try to describe women as dainty, some are. Some are. I'm not. It's funny. People have such crazy ideas in this society. I'm seriously trying to figure out, when did we get to this point where we can't just disagree? Where everyone has to think the same. We're evil, 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 evil. What? I like disagreeing. I like being contrary. In fact, I love being contrary. I'm really skilled at it. And that's okay. I like to be crazy. I like to be silly. I like to have fun. And I like to have people around me who challenge my preconceived notions. It doesn't mean I'll ever agree with them. It doesn't mean that they're ever going to change my mind or vice versa. Yeah, because if somebody is trans, then they're showing their womanhood by trying to dress frilly and do makeup and all that stuff. But if women do it, we're being oppressed and we're just trying to be dolls for men, right? So we're not supposed to be judged by our physical appearance unless somebody says they're trans, in which case they prove it by judging by physical appearance. It, it's like, what the fuck is it? Are we more than just our appearance, or is somebody able to just say, I'm a woman because I dress like a woman? And I have nothing against people that are trans or other things as people. I just think that the societal attitude towards it is schizophrenic and bipolar and inconsistent to how they treat women. If that makes sense. I was like, well, we need a consistent viewpoint at least. If you want to tell people, well, these are the goalposts, at least put the goalpost down and quit moving it. That I think is a fair assessment. Well, here's the other thing. Women are supposed to be empowered by being sexual, but it's a bad thing if you're not. You're not only not empowered if you say, I don't want to sleep around, but we are shamed if we don't. We are mocked, we are scorned, we are called unable to get a man. We are told that we just don't know how to use our bodies, this, that, and every other thing, if we don't sleep around. But at the same time, if we show our bodies, then we're cheapening ourselves. And I don't get that. I waited. I didn't sleep around. And I think I'm very proud of that. And I don't think that necessarily everyone needs to try to adhere to that standard. I think that that has to be a personal decision. But if we're not supposed to shame them for being sexual, why are they allowed to shame us for not being sexual or for being sexual with only a certain person? Again, it's this inconsistency that just doesn't add up, it doesn't match. We need to have some standards that actually stay the same. I just basic standards. And I would never dress a certain way. And I'm not going to judge somebody who is. The places where I have a problem with it are when their actual private parts are hanging out of the clothing around children. And an example I have of this is when they did the mall trick-or-treating stuff with my niece a while back. And this was a big kids event, the mall full of kids, and this woman was running around with this mini skirt that was up over her butt and a thong, and it was literally shoving her butt cheeks in the faces of children as she's running around. I wanted to bitch slap her. Not because I care if she does that normally, but because that's really gross and inappropriate to the children. If that makes any sense there. It's like, this is a kid's thing. Just have a little decorum here for the kids. But no, we can't have decorum anymore. We can't have, okay, and see, that's the thing. And I try to explain to people here is we have an unconventional system. I am not a conventional woman, but I'm also not a anti-conventional woman. And I think the problem is that the goalposts of society move constantly. And some people will try to move with them. And some people just be who they are, and however society falls, it falls. I'm a headbanging huntress. And let's talk about people that aren't well accepted in this society. I'm a woman who totes weapons. I have swords, I have guns, I have knives, and I know how to use them. I do crossbows and bows and arrows, and I have hunted to feed my family. So let's talk about people this society discords. And I never understood that one either, because we're not allowed to point out scientific differences between men and women. Holy shit, for parents? That's funny. I mean, it's bad, but it's funny. It's so terrible. It's funny. Oh, bad. That's horrible, but it also made me laugh. So I'm used to not fitting into societal norms. I'm a gothic headbanging conservative Christian, but I also am against thought police and a lot of the things people claim as Christian that's not when you get into the faith. And I have this tendency not to really be well received on either side of things, because I have a tendency to be very blunt with my opinions, especially when I think people are doing something stupid or promoting a stupid idea or being bigoted. And so, yeah, I mean, let's full out. I have to figure out how I'm going to deal with things in a day to day. And the nearest I can figure out, my general idea is people suck. Well, you like thick before thick was in this culture, I think. The thing is that it's this pendulum. Society's always on a pendulum because people always want to rebel. And I actually think liking something that's different than the norm or not the normal popular is actually what comes because it's exotic and different. Is actually also why a lot of people, hey, Jenny. But I think that wanting something different than what you're used to and what's always around you is also why a lot of people, like on the reservation, let's be honest, they really like their white chicks. My dad even says this all the time as the native guy. There's a reason I'm pale skinned, and it's because the Indian boy likes his white chick. And it's joked about constantly with native comedians. And it's pretty true in the inner city with a lot of the black culture too, is and the same way that white men tend to like Asian women because it's different than the norm. It's something mysterious and different. Oh, I'm glad, Nick. I am so glad that went well for you. And you didn't have a bunch of crap to deal with. I'm happy because I like you guys and I want my friends to actually do well and not have to deal with a lot of crap. So I'm right now don't know half of what I'm doing with this. And if anybody does decide they want to come in here and actually talk with me, I can send links over. But I'm kind of viewing my afternoon right now as kind of the Wild West. It's whatever the fuck sounds fun to talk about. And I don't care if it's politically incorrect. I don't care what people think. I don't care if YouTube hates me for it. That's why, as I said, let's be honest, the reason I have pale skin is because them Indian guys like their white chicks. And I think that's a natural thing, though. The same way that the white guys with their fetishing for Asian chicks is. We want something different than what we're used to. It's exotic, it's alluring. Same with a lot of the European women, like the tall, dark, and handsome. Let's look at Jason Momoa. Let's look at Aquaman. There's a lot of white chicks in those theaters sitting there going, let's be honest. There were. And I think that's natural. I think it's actually part of the genetic composure of us. It's the desire for the unknown. It's the same reason why we like to explore. It's the same reason why we like to try to go places we've never been before, or find an animal we've never seen before, or all of these things. Why zoos are popular, why museums are popular. We want something new. We want something different. We want something we haven't had before. That'll be fun when you do, Butter. We like to do things that are different. I know Hangouts is going to go away, and I don't know what to think of that because I've only used it for about a week and a half. So there's that, because I started streaming to help Moira out. I don't know. I honestly am not completely sure how I feel on that. So we'll have to see how things go. It depends, I guess, on what they replace it with, and if they're just trying to keep us from having group discussions or not. If they replace it with something that's been fixed up, that runs better, more power to them. If they do this and they're trying to block any site that lets us stream multiple people at the same time, then it's going to be a giant fuck you to them. As it depends on the content, and unfortunately, we're not really going to know much until it happens. Oh, quack, quack, damn it! Go for it. Send this out. Let people in. I want to all the freaks that know me to get to know me on my own too. I'm trying to do this in afternoons while my husband's at work, so I won't interfere with most of the people I support. Kind of fall between when I do stuff with Odin and Mecca and when Moira and you guys are all on in the evenings. I don't want to step over other people, but I also want to be able to get on and have fun. So share, spread. They can come in here and see how crazy I really am. Tall, duck, and handsome. Butter, you are something else. That's almost Stig level. I tried to share, but I don't have many followers anywhere yet. And I'm not sharing this to Facebook because I don't want my family in here. I don't know, Mega. The links haven't worked any place that we've tried it, even places where the people I know running the stream weren't trying to block them. But if you want me to drop a link for you, go ahead and message it over to me on Twitter and I'll drop it for you easily. You want to make corny jokes? I'm in Iowa. Talk about corn jokes. Then there's a kernel of truth in them all. I wouldn't put it past my husband, actually. I wouldn't put it past him at all to walk over, wrap around me, and start grabbing me. Because, we're in the bedroom. This is the corner of my bedroom behind the door. But how big is it? You know, it's always sad if you see somebody and they take their clothes off and the first thing you can think is, ew, there's an inchworm on your thigh. Some things I have trouble saying with a straight face just because I'm such a smart ass. It's like guys, I'm sure if they see these girls and they look really nice and then they take their clothes off and you find out that all the chest was padding and she's got like no boobs, and I'm sure he's sitting there thinking, where'd the tits go? I know I'm terrible. I'm not even going to chatty. Oh. YouTube seems to have an issue with actually letting me see replies. I know I have a comment on one of the ones from Geeks and Gamers that was getting hundreds of replies and likes and stuff. He freaking highlighted it as his favorite comment in the thread. And about a week into it, it quit giving me any notification at all that anyone was responding. I go back every so often and people still are, but I'm not seeing it. And most of the people that are dumbasses anyway, so I just kind of shrug it off as YouTube was fixing that for me. But it's because YouTube is stupid and sucks. Let's be honest. YouTube sucks. It really, really sucks. YouTube sucks. It really, really sucks. I have gone on posts from Zuckerberg and bitched about how crappy Facebook is. If it'll tell you how blunt I am. Yeah. Yep. Jetty got it. I've been using that one a lot with both YouTube and Disney lately. I just like the sign she held up. Want me to kill them? I like Faragine's stuff. I wish she did more because she's awesome. Mm-hmm. Oh. So other than that, right now I have no idea what my goal even is with this stream other than I felt like talking, I felt like rambling, and when I do it in the house and there's no mics or anything on and it's just me and the cats, it really is treading on the line of insanity. At least here I can delude myself into thinking somebody's listening. I'll be around. I'm going to rant for a while. Fantasy setting. Because I get often into the rants of the difference between sci-fi, sci-fantasy, thriller, horror, and stuff like that. So there is definitely an interest in that. If you're going to fantasy, it's usually modern day to history, I would have to say either the fantasy folklore of Middle Earth or set to the early Americas before settlers. But that's a bias too because I like doing folklore based a lot in family history. I don't know if you know much behind all the mythology behind the Black Hills, the racetrack, Devil's Tower, Sioux origins of man, and Medicine Wheel and stuff, but that's a whole discussion I can have, and I love mixing that into my mythology stuff I write. So there's definitely a bias there. Just a little one, though. It's just a little one, kind of like my ex. Try to say that with a straight face. Yeah. Oh, shit. I've got a series I've been working on that combines that historical villains and mythological monsters were all tied to the same groups of angels and demons fighting. And it ties Khan and Hitler and all them to the same root. And it delves into sliding universes and dimensions and native folklore. It's a little all over the place, and I really need to finish it, but it's so complicated that it takes a lot of time for every page. I think that's part of my problem. The stuff I write, I really go complicated in, so it usually ends up taking me forever to write it. I also need to finish Tribal Fairy, which is one of the first novels I started working on. That would be interesting to get finished. I don't know if anybody's liked my video. Butter said he did, but I'm not getting any updates on likes here, so YouTube's being YouTube. So if you haven't, drop me a like, especially if I jiggle or bounce. Okay? Yeah. Okay. That could be an interesting way to tie that in. We could, depending on if you want to go into the paranormal or the sci-fi route with that, it could have a lot of different ways to try to tie it back in. You know, the sci-fi route, you can always just drop dimensional portals, wormholes, and stuff like that into it and start bringing stuff in. But you have to do it correctly, otherwise it's just lazy writing. I'm trying to decide if I'm actually brave enough to share a few of my poems over this. Oh, that's a decision to have. Holy crap. I have always struggled and actually on two people. I had a few videos where I hid my face and did it on anonymous sites and actually spoke up, but I've never actually managed to read them in person to people. And I think this treads pretty close. Myth world where they all exist in the same time or ancient past. Hmm. I'd go for past more than others, but that's because I'm a history nerd. So there's a definite bias there, and I'm not quite sure how to work that one. So here we are. I would say if you do it with past, you would want to really work it well. You don't want to make it corny or obvious. No, obvious. Signing off. Zabu! Yeah, I love history. I really love history. Um, well, I at least don't have a lot of people in here right now. So I guess if I'm going to test my ability to read my poems, this would probably be the right time, wouldn't it? Yes, no, maybe so. Oh, Lordy Lord. Do I have it in me? I do a lot of nerdy stuff, so yay. Nerd, 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 nerd. And if I was to do that, mythology lives. Hmm. Looking through some of my stuff. I don't know. Do I want to actually go for any of the excerpts that come from the backstory of my screen name and pen name I often use? See, I actually love the story of Prince of Thieves, but I can't watch it because anytime I see Kevin Costner, I want to punch the screen. So yeah, straight up. It was a good movie, but I don't know if I can ever actually watch it again. I decide what I want to do here. You might also want to work that into the backstory behind Robin Hood and King Arthur. In other words, that King Arthur was part of the history that led to King Richard. It might be an interesting line to tie. And actually, I agree. I am so fuck Disney, but I actually love the 90s Disney Three Musketeers. I love it. I only had a few crushes in my youth. Chris O'Donnell was one of them. Brendan Fraser was one of them. Jason Marsden was one of them. I like nerd boys. I always like nerd boys. So I think it would be an interesting prospect to tie that in. I'm not quite getting any response on the other part I asked, so I guess that's a no. Let me see. Um, so I don't know what kind of stuff you do. That could also work, I guess, depending on how you want to tie the age. You could go for a more immortals version of history. Cut out the lifespan people actually use currently in human existence and make people have longer spans of life. Hmm. That could work, potentially. Possibly. Or you could just make that everyone lives longer. Something in that realm, but I'm not I got what you meant. The reason I'm asking on the poetry is because I really do need to try to get my stuff out there, but I have to get over my bashful. If you're game, I can also give you a little glimpse of the kind of nerd I am. Disney sucks. Got to decide how things are going here. And bounce back and forth. Always fun to try to run a lot of things at once. Mm. And I get that actually. Like I said, the story in the movie was well written. I just can't. Brings out a bad side of me to see that man. It really, really does. So, yeah, I could definitely see using that story though, because it was well written. Jetty, please give me some response on what I'm asking. Please. I can't do it. It's too personal. I've tried and I can't because the way he treated family when they filmed and around it and when they worked for him was really, really bad. I was asking about actually trying to get some work on my ability to speak out and read my poetry. I think you were hearing the part of your conversation because I can't speak publicly well. So I'm trying to work on if I getting myself to the point I can actually read some of that stuff on streams. I ask you if you're actually interested to hear. One of these days I have to be able to get myself to a more controlled point where I can focus better. As of now, I still don't know what I'm doing on a lot of this. I've got to decide here what I'm doing. I'm trying to think which realm I want to go into. I don't think I want to try things like quote unquote normalcy yet. Long, complex, and very literate. I think I need to find something a little more simple as a starting point, at least. And I think I know what I'm looking for. I just have to figure out where I put it. Is it that year or the year after? My database is a little bit scary. I'm sorry. Maybe 11. One of the ones I like is I am do a lot of things in old styles. When I try to send stuff off to publishers, I often get compared to old writers. And I have like, will all thy dust and starlight give reflection to thine own melody? Or when air on the path, O ever taken, push back and return you still into the heart of me? Then in the shineth of the night beats a gentle spirit crying to be known, and the rivers of light doth guide us, and o'er the valleys that ebbed and flowed. We follow still the many waters over the turmoiled rocky path, and it fills with a tumescent peace and purges your soul of all wrath. Then in the pixie's merry light you glow with many changes, from a past long so ago, of those things that now resound upon our pages. So within the weariest night's repose bathes an exhuming scent of thyme and garlic, reminding you of much simpler time when through the gardens you did frolic. The joys of these times fill so completely, nevermore will we have to roam. From in this place of pixie dust and starlight of our memories, we found our desires, a place we call our home. And I do get a little tongue tied when speaking. But I'm a very old English style when I write, so I actually have to pause and read it out more the way it's written. Hmm. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like old English styles. There's actually one here I did with my husband, which we actually based in basically it was a readaptation of parts of A Midsummer's Night's Dream. Yeah, I'm a nerd girl. And that one goes into low. Is it staunched into your imagination to want to cause me misery? Is it a prism of fated reality from which all the pains and devastations you can't see? Some days when all of life's a stage, for the actors of a deep immortality, and we are but pixies of the night, we are the spiritual wanderers so merry. Then as I fly on gossamer wings, and to me the winds do carry, would you be the one to cut my wings and destroy this modern fairy? While evermore the night wanes on, and Luna darling whispers about a new eternity. Tomorrow will you still remember me, and all the things that I have said? Or will your journey burden you, and fill your soul with dread? Why wander o'er the world if we cannot really see? Oh, hear the whispering that is pleaded into our head. Yet ever light the shining glows, so ever bright to see. Yet in our feckless state of mind we struggle on to see. And in the fight of pains and demoralization that you have pushed into the heart, and in the days of broken state of heart, blinds arrogance and anger across our eyes. It twists us and mutilates us in the clouds of minds with monstrous lies. Then when the morning shadows fade, and we are all but a twisted memory, then you will at last finally see the ways that you have broken the heart of me. Tongue tied. And see, I'm I'm not great with script format actually. I am very much more it's not hard for me to have people conversing and then just drop a name every so often to clarify who's speaking and stuff like that. But I'm not good with script style writing and I'm not good with comic style. It's poetic and novel form that I can actually flow in. I think it's just the way my brain works. Kind of works. Any responses yet? No. Uh-uh. Here is more words. I like the way you say that, though. Not usually. Usually you're supposed to break paragraph if somebody else starts speaking. I know they don't always in a lot of modern novels, but that's actually more because modern writers are kind of lazy. Technically, what they always taught in English class was to break the paragraph when somebody else starts speaking, which is why you need somebody else clarified every single page break, paragraph break, is because that's supposed to be how you switch between people and talking. But again, modern writers are kind of lazy. And I definitely have seen that done. So, kind of get it. Kind of. What are you doing, you crazy cat? The heck? Go to the window, you little crazy toe biter. Sorry. Oh, those girls are interesting, I tell ya. They keep my life hopping. I get that. Um, have you actually read the Star Wars adaptations in Shakespearean English? I can't remember the author offhand. He is writing a Shakespearean styled novel to all the Star Wars stuff. And it's freaking cool. It really is. Oh shit! I'll have to find that link. One sec. It is so flipping cool. And clearly, I skip all the books after six because he's trying to be unbiased and make all of the Star Wars movies into books, but I hate the later ones, so that doesn't happen with me. I go through fits where I want to rewatch the others, and I find the later ones are just so forgettable. I don't want to watch them. Ah, let me search already, you stupid thing. Ah, it's locking up on me. It doesn't want to let me put that in. One moment. This is still so freaking cool. It's so nerdy. Hey, Supreme! So this is what I've been telling everyone about for a long time. It's a long link, but it is the link to the original trilogy done as Shakespeare novels for Star Wars. Just all excited and bouncy and goofy and needing just to rant and talk in a quiet house. So yeah, that's the one I always tell everyone about because it is done in Shakespearean style English, and it is the original Star Wars trilogy. And it is, I checked one of the books out from the library, and I've been trying to get them all ever since because it's freaking fun. It is so much fun to read. Anybody who likes old novels and stories and plays, it is so cool. It is such a nerdy book. And it's such a bouncy, 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 bouncy day. Yay. Hmm. I'm not quite sure. I'm not usually huge on robots. I'm not usually huge on zombie stuff. So that one's hard for me to gauge. Those aren't really my thing. It sounds interesting, definitely, and could definitely be fun. So my question is, should I paint while we stream? I've got painting work to do after all. And I was trying to do multiple different color styles of the cosmic effect one. So I think I should paint. What do you guys think? Also, because painting it on here really shows that I actually do it. Mm-hmm. Because one of these times I want to actually do some where I actually walk people through different art techniques. But I need to get more following first. So no Isaac Asimov laws of robotics. They're not going to be unable to harm humans. That could be interesting in its own way. Hmm. Trying to come up with ideas here and think. Hmm. That is surprising in today's climate. To be fair, most people are civil as long as they're not the extremes of the positions. I'm so sick of the hardcore SJW left. I am so sick of the extreme alt right, and I'm so sick of the people who call everyone left and right those because most people are not that. But the people that are in those bubbles, holy shit, do they do a lot of damage? They do so much damage. I don't even mind people that have extreme positions as long as they're not assholes about trying to force it down other people's throats or hating anybody who disagrees. So, should I paint? Should I paint? Ooh, cool canvas. Cool canvas. Yay. Welcome back, Butter. I want more and more opinions. I want more and more disagreements and political ideals and viewpoints. Always more, not less, more. I want to argue. I want to debate because that's how you strengthen your viewpoint and your mind. And if you call names, you lose. You always lose if all you can say is, well, if you disagree, you're a racist, a bigot, a sexist, a homophobe, or this, that, or anything else. And both sides do it. And it fucking pisses me off. Just agree to disagree once in a blue moon. It is absolutely amazing. Okay, just give me a minute to finish a couple things online here, and I will grab my paints, and I will have some fun. Like I said, I paint on these streams. Like I was saying the other night, I did this one while I was in Moira's stream with her. And that's a cosmic painting. So I have fun. Yes, I do. Where's that at so far? So like I said, on my wall behind me, besides the fact that it's nerdy, if you see the purple painting on the wall, it's mine, and the one hanging on the lampshade is mine. And so is the dragon on the shelf behind me. Oh, thank you. I like purples. I hate pink. I love purple. There's a little bias to that. I mean, yeah. Purple works a lot better with gothic flair than pink does. Is in my not modest opinion. In my arrogant, in your face opinion, purple's the bomb and pink sucks. That's terrible, right? I like dark. I like purple because of the historical inflections in royalty and because metallic and dark purples work really well in solar and gothic and stuff like that. I like blues and greens and dark blacks and stuff all together. I'm very forest in me, but I also like a lot of the old royalty and cosmic. So it's kind of a blend. Just as long as it's not like pink and yellow and crap like that, I'm good. I'm not a pastel girl. This is about as girly as I get. This is a purple butterfly shirt. This is girlier than I normally am. That's a specific type of guy that likes purple. If he likes dark purple, it's usually a guy who likes the historical stuff. And see, for me, Supreme, it's not that I don't have the patience to sit down and work on it. It's that I have really bad short-term memory. And so I have struggles with writing it. I get partway through and then I can't remember what I've written recently. And it takes a few weeks to really remember well. And by the time I get to that, I'm off on other projects. And I have memory issues from seizures and fibro. So I tend to be short attention span. So I kind of bounce all over the place. Yay! Yay! See? And this shirt is kind of darkish. It's definitely not the SJW pale purples. I mean, come on, my bra is purple and black in lightning bolts. That's a very blunt and honest moment. Okay, now a little bit of blush to that moment. I like wild purple colors. I just do. I have a purple camera. Metallic royal purple camera. Yeah, a little bit of a bra stream after that one, wasn't it? I eventually am going to have to actually finish all my stories. I don't want hair on my chest. I've got enough weight on my chest as is. No hair. Her name is Laura Dannon, and she's a future queen. And the last thing she's going to want is a hairy chest. Ooh, I do sing a lot. Yay! Notes. We're not shameful. And underwear? That's usually down here and okay. I'll just leave it at that. Let you guess what I'm thinking. I know, I was just quoting Willow. Because the black root, which was supposed to be licorice root, that's good for you, and it puts hair on your chest. And see, I love vegetables and health food. I really do. I don't eat junk. This weight is metabolic and from meds. I love health food, straight up. One sec, I gotta get some paint stuff. You guys talk amongst yourself for just a moment. I'll be right back, I promise. Suck it. Painting. Painting, 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 painting. Painting, painting. Yeah. Stupid cat. Stay in the window. Aha. That is my spot. Move it. Move, kitty. Down. Jazzy. You got here in time to see my cat try to steal my spot. Okay. And see, I hear everyone say that about Cobra Kai. I'm too cheap to pay for YouTube Red, so. We haven't done much but just yammer and talk and be silly. And I'm painting. I just got to get my palette here ready. I'm going to paint while we talk because I can. That's the last thing I want to do is watch. I am paying less than $30 a month for everything right now because I'm a cheapskate. And it's not necessarily that I need the money. It's that there's more important things to me than just entertainment. I would rather throw 25 on supporting someone like Odin or helping out Moira when I can than watch most stuff. And I think people are more important. Maybe I could dust your head. That I know a lot of people keep telling me that, and part of me argues with myself if I should, but so far the cheapskate in me keeps winning. I think if I do that, it's going to have to be done a little down the road and just marathon the shit out of it and cancel after a month or two. Because that's how I am. I'm cheap. I haven't really shown much of the photos today. I've kind of set those over there for now. I don't know on Hangouts how easy is it to show screen a sec. Let me see something a sec. Let me see here. Adam. Let's see. Ooh, I could potentially. One sec here. Let's see if this will show up. Yeah, I think Butter's seen a few hanging out with Moira. I don't know about the other. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Hurry back, Supreme. Hurry back. Oh, crap. Why did that do that? Okay, let's go to Hangouts a sec. Mm-hmm. 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 Forgive me, my computer's baggy bitch today. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know you. I hope you guys are still here. Because damn, this is acting up. Still here? Please be still running. Let's kill some stuff a sec. Um, shite. Holy crap. Oh, I hope you guys are still there. Oh, I hope you're still there. Because this is being stupid. Ah. Oh, shit. Oh, fucking hell. Um. Oh, crap. Chrome, please. What did you do? What did you do? I wish I had any clue if you guys could still hear me or not. Because my computer decided to lock up pretty hard here and it won't switch between tabs right now. Ah, so okay. All right. It's starting to run a little better. Give me just a moment here. Oh, butter, that's sweet. So what in the crap? Okay. Why are you being a bitch? Okay. So it was just my computer being stubborn, not your stuff at least. Let's see if I can actually get this to work now. Hey, at least it's running now. So I'm going to just drop in a little more recent something. If I can find the right one. Do, 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 do. Hey, here we are. So let's see here. Let's switch over to screen share a sec and put you guys on here. And you'll kind of have this infinity loop because I have to move this up to my other monitor a sec. But here's one of my recent photos. Okay, one sec here while I do this. And switch you guys up here a second because it's being stupid. And yeah. Gotta move this up here and then fit it to screen a sec. Okay, now I can do a few others here. Go through a few things I've done lately. Oh, by the way, say hello to the Trek Parade. Yes, it's another prize float. And there's Gimple from Original Series, who played some of the monsters with her family. Bye, Mika. Take care. And let's scroll down a second here. Crazy stuff. I haven't, this is my unsorted folder, including failed photos. So bear with me a little bit. Some of them come out grainy. Trying to catch animals is like lightning in a bottle. And this was so dark when I took this one. But that's actually an osprey carrying a bunch of twigs and leaves back after the storm knocked out part of its nest. That was in the middle of the storm, so it was hard to get a very clear picture. Those ospreys are my buddies. They really are. But it's iffy getting pictures some days. I talk about Pretty Boy all the time, my elk buddy. That's Pretty Boy, growing his new antlers for this year. He's my buddy. I love him so much. I have so many pictures of us interacting with him. It's crazy. And go back here just a little bit. Oh, thank you. I take a lot of them. Let's come in here a moment. I have a lot to sort right now. So let's go down here a moment, not in that tab. Oh, local farm peacock. And these are known as Highland cattle. If it'll unfuzz a sec, they originate in Scotland, and we have a local farm that has them. Where's my osprey? Where's my osprey? There you are. Take off. When I have talked a lot about my eagles, most people have no idea the depths of that obsession. Eagles, 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 eagles. This is a large part of me. So I'm looking for a specific picture here, a sec, which is one of my favorites of this eagle couple. Here it is. That one. Oh, thank you. That is actually not that far from where I live here. And it's a couple I was watching for months. I actually got to watch them and their babies when the babies fledged out of the nest this year. You're going to have to someday, Jeff. It's a different experience when you see them live. I still need to figure out how I can stream while I'm in the car. I know there's ways around the stupid YouTube algorithm. I've got to do that because I've got to actually take people on the Eagle drives this fall. Look at that. Really? I found it this one. Yeah. I mean, I love eagles so much. And I'm going to come up here a sec. And I know which one I'm looking for. One of my absolute favorite photos I got to take of an eagle. There you are. This one. Coralville Dam. That was in Coralville Dam this spring. You do Supreme. No, Jeff. I leave animals alone unless they come to me. And to be honest, eagles kind of intimidate me because I know they can rip someone's throat out. I have had them come really close to me and interact with me, though. But her from Coralville Dam, she's one of my absolute favorites. And I know that's a her. I know it's a matriarch. I know she runs the nest. I've watched her quite a bit. This was in the middle of a snowstorm. I gotta get to the better pictures in it. This was on the freaking edge of a highway in the middle of a snowstorm. There are some, they don't tend to like to be there in summer because they don't like the heat. So you will get a few in migration probably in fall and spring going between Alaska and Iowa here. That would be your most likely time. They are not actually endangered anymore. They are still protected. The national population was under 4,000 about a decade ago. As of this year, along the Cedar River and Mississippi, they confirmed over 10,000 unique eagles. Now, about a third of the bald eagle population winter in Iowa here along these rivers. So that's still not a massive population, but it is going up. Another population that almost went extinct was trumpeter swans. They were at one point down to, they knew for sure of approximately 33 in existence. They found a small group of 50 some in Alaska and intermixed them with them to try to help rebound the population. And part of the reason that's so important is because that's a wild trumpeter at Lily Lake in Amana, Iowa. And there's several I've taken of the wild trumpeters this year. As you can kind of, let me boost this a sec so you guys can at least see the icons when I don't stop in all of them here. There are a few mute swans in this. They're actually from a local cemetery and they're my little buddies, but most of this folder this year is the trumpeters I've been following. And that's right along the back of the lake, right with the muskrats. You can see them laying in the banks there. Those are two trumpeters. And we come through here and let them degrain a little. And it's almost a 4-mile hike to get to the back of that lake and back out to go visit them because they're nowhere near anywhere you can park a car. They avoid humanity pretty well. But they interacted well with me. Go past the mutes a sec and come down to the migrating trumpeters because trumpeters population is up to almost 10,000 now total. And I actually got to end up in the migrating flocks twice this spring. Once on the middle of a back road, and they were in the flooded water in the fields, and they were all over in the fields. They were also flying all around me, and it was incredibly intense. It was amazingly intense. I really love swans, and I really love birds of prey. And scavengers too, actually. They serve such a purpose. Yeah, and see, animals like me. And that might be something. Look at, they're right in the field next to me, just this whole bunch of trumpeters here. This part is so cool to me because there were all kinds of groups around me and just, I love them. I love them so much. This was right next to me. I had to de-zoom to take this picture because they flew right by me repeatedly. I take a lot of vulture photos, Butter. I'll show a few of those before I'm done here. So this is, they were flying right by me. And this is my favorite picture. My favorite picture of the migration in flight. So we'll go down this a little more. So let you see a little bit more of this stuff here. I took a lot of these. It was cold. This was early spring. There were flooded, melted snow everywhere, and it was intensely strong winds. And through gloves, my fingers were freezing taking these photos. It did not stop me. It did not stop me. I Animals. Yes, I will definitely show vulture pics. I love vultures. I really do. I think they are so underrated by society. They're kind of dismissed, but they are so beautiful, the purpose they serve for man and what they do to prevent disease and stuff. I really have a great appreciation for them. And we have a lot of vultures here. Actually, they hang out at night on the TV tower a few blocks away. And I have pictures of that. So let me see here. Let's go down and find the vultures a sec. I have a few from this year. I'll have to show you a couple from last year too. Thank you. Let me see here. Looking for certain ones here. Like defuzz, that. I like vultures. Yes. I am not ashamed to say I really love vultures. Oh, I have sold some framed. I've actually sold some signed prints too. I This is one of my favorites because this one came out with the lighting perfect and didn't fuzz on me. And this was in sunset right on the banks of Coralville Dam. And look at these beautiful vultures. Like I said, I love vultures. They hang out at the TV tower in Coralville Dam a lot, so I go down to get them. And you can kind of see I spent a little time watching these guys and photographing them. I take a lot of photos and pick a few favorites out of it. I want to make an eagle book, and I want to make a vulture book. I also want to make one on swans. It's a lot of work, and I'm still designing ideas. But I love vultures. I love vultures. And so I took a bunch of them there at the banks. Crap, what else did I have here? Up here in the sort file, I know in one of these I had where I was learning to take vultures and I ran in. This was my first photo session when I had to replace camera. And this was in the gray, in the dull at Coralville Dam, but I got some definite good shots out of it. This was actually my first session with this camera. That's why you can see a little more fuzz and struggling. But coming down here a little bit when I got more used to it, and I'm pretty sure this is it here. Why did it desync to where I was? There. That's the one that came out really clear. And yeah, they do. And there is something really special about them. And in this main sort folder, I should have some recently here. How recent? I have to figure out. Oh, I've got to show you guys one of my favorite eagle shots. This eagle right here, which was staring at a dog wanting to attack it. I had to warn the owner, but I love this one. Look at that. That is hunter pose all the way. Oh, yeah, it really is. And thank you guys so much for the compliments on it. This is stuff I love to do. This is why I'm, they have no idea. Finding these shots, finding these animals, making the shot and stuff. This is a lot of work and a lot of time and money and gas and hiking and effort. And then a lot of computer time sorting, figuring out prints, getting the professional prints done and stuff. It's not an easy task. He was pointing his claw right at a dog he wanted to eat. He really was. Let's scroll down here a sec. Woodpecker. Woodpecker. And I have gotten some things that are really hard to capture. Cardinal. Goldfinch. Pretty little goldfinch. Oh, and by the way, these are my lilies from my yard. Now, this is so weird. Bunna here, but I can't see Bunna talk, and I've never blocked. Please let me know what Bunna's saying. YouTube has some weird glitch on me there. Aw. I really want to get to know the person, and for some reason, YouTube will not show me. Because YouTube sucks. It really, really sucks. Well, my goddaughter jokes that my husband is Sasquatch, so we could go with that. Here's a snapping turtle. Pretty snapping turtle. There it is. There it is. And that was a newborn fawn in Sunset, learning to walk. Isn't it pretty? Look at that thing. It's so pretty. There we are. With snapping turtles, it has a potential to be up to a few hundred years old at that size. So it's an impressive thing to see. Osprey eating up on the radio tower where their nest is. And he was just sunbathing on the side of the highway. I actually pulled over into the shoulder of my freaking hazards to get that. And if I can find this stupid photo I'm looking for. I don't know what this bird is yet. I haven't had time to look it up. It almost looks like a goldfinch, but it's not. And it's the same size. I have a bird book. I just haven't had time to go through these yet and look up the new birds. but it's such a cutie. It's such a cutie. Look how tiny it is. I do so much love animals. Okay, so do I have vultures down here or are they further up? Further up. Okay, I must have missed them. It's crazy. I do a lot of stuff. Oh, that one, yeah. Little tiny bluebird. Teeny tiny. That is a power line. That is the wire zoomed so tight you can see the metal form of it. That's a tiny bird. It was about the size of a hummingbird. Yeah, but not stuff I'm necessarily comfortable in talking about. I've had weird crap happen to me in my life, and I don't know how to describe a lot of it. Look at vultures through the TV tower. Told you they hang out on the TV tower near my house here. All the way up it from just past tree height where cats can't really climb, all the way to the top. They hang out up the TV tower every night. And then there's wood ducks. Aw, thank you. And yeah, I'm an animal nut. I love animals. Chat. This bird is known as a chat. And it's a very, very noisy bird. And it's a relation to meadowlarks. I've been watching this osprey family since they built the nest. Most of the weirdest stuff that happened to me was a long time ago, but some of it still freaks me out to think about. This is a rare shot. That is a hummingbird. Hey, there's one of my vultures. Vulture out in the field. Yay. I never realized how much a lot of these small birds harass birds of prey. Here is actually Mama ground squirrel with her baby. These guys are really, really tiny. Really tiny. And ground squirrels are actually slightly smaller than a chipmunk. Well, mostly in the movies, you see chipmunks, which are the ones with the solid black streaks and the spots in the center. And they are a little bigger because they're part of the same family. They're all part of the rodents. But it gives you a glimpse how much time I spend searching out and taking these photos, actually. There's another woodpecker. And I've got multiple types of woodpeckers too, but trying to go through the photos quickly to show some off is a little tricky. Little twicky. Little twicky. And here's a grackle that was dropping rocks on the head of a blackbird. I know I had this session. This is going to drive me crazy. I don't know where we put it. Maybe it's with Zoo Day. You have to forgive me a little. I'm a little searching. I was just realizing that last time I saw the vultures was when we were coming back from going down to the zoo. So let me go down here a second, see if it's at the end of our zoo day. Yeah, I think it is. And there's also some eagle shots down here. See? Eagle. Eagle. Oh, patriarch. Hi. Yeah, I take a lot of photos. Holy crap. I do. I do. How's that for a vulture shot? This one is one of my favorites. I need to make a vulture book. I really do. I think they are so misrepresented in this culture. That one didn't come out quite right. I've got to get this stuff sorted. I just need about 1,000,000 more hours a day. Flying right by me. Right by. Where's the other one here? There's a few here. I just got to remember which ones are which. There's a good, like, down sitting by the water. And I actually got out and hiked the entire dam and down the water bank to get these photos. That was a heck of a day. Here's a few of the ones from that day at the zoo. Monkey, monkey, monkey. I love monkeys. Monkey, monkey. Try to find my favorites here a sec. All I see near me are buildings and stray cats. I go from where I am here all the way up into Minnesota, all the way over into Wisconsin and Illinois, down into Missouri. I go back to the Black Hills and visit my family a lot. I get photos everywhere. I don't stay still very often. Where's the right one? Where's that right one? Looking for the right photo here. Trying to find this right one because it was having trouble getting those tiger shots that day. This is it. This is it. Defuzz. Look at the tiger. Well, see, I miss spending time in Wyoming, especially over in, well, the Yellowstone area. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm surprised how well it's gone over with my photography. My mom gave me a camera when I went and stayed with her for 2 months and took care of her and dad because he's got muscular dystrophy and she dislocated both shoulders and broke the ball joint in one. So I stayed with him for 2 months taking care of them, taking care of her medically and helping him out with the house and the lifting and everything. And then she gave me a camera. Ah, that brush is so freaking dead. And she really started me on something. And let's see if I can find the right one here. And there's a few here that my husband took too. I've been teaching him doing a lot of these. How's that for the giraffe tongue? Or the tongue reaching to my husband to get the food from him? That one I love. And my husband feeding the giraffes at the zoo. And yes, this is approved and done with the zookeepers. They give you the food so it's safe for them, all that. But isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? And there's it eating from its feeder, a different one. We had quite a day at that zoo. There it is. Oh, thank you guys. We were all over that zoo that day. Holy cow, I had so much fun. I love animals. I love them. There they are. There's my red pandas. Red pandas. Red pandas. These are one of my absolute favorite animals. This was part of the reason I went to the zoo, was to see these guys. You're so freaking cute. I love red pandas. Looky those eyes. He's so cute. It's so cute. So cute, so cute, so cute. That one is so cute. Oh, mm. I love them. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. They don't sit still well, so they're actually really hard to get a photo of because by the time you've defuzzed your camera, they're gone. They really are hyper little creatures. So it took quite a while to get the few photos here. Well, the thing is, they're small, but they look like almost like you crossed like a panda and a fox and a cat and raccoon and gave it a little bit of a rough bear exterior. But they're so cute. They are so cute. They're like little red fuzzy whatever. They are their own genome. They've found no genetic link between them and any other animal type. So they don't fit in with cats or pandas or any of that stuff. They're their own species. They're so cute. This is my favorite that I took. This is my favorite that I took. My cats are no better with the claws. And they use them. I still hug them. They're so cute. So cute. So cute. So cute. Now I have to show off because I have been teaching my husband how to do these photos for a long time. And I've been teaching him about lighting and angles and how to get good zooms and all that. And he did an amazing shot while we were at the zoo. I am so proud of this shot. And I think it's one of the best of that entire day for either of us. And I am so proud of him. I am so proud of him. Hurry back. Because look at this shot that my husband got. Look at it. Look at that freaking picture he took. I am so proud of him. It's one of my favorites. I'm so proud of my little nerd boy. Yes, I am. It's a favorite. He says he just does what I told him to. I said, then you do a really good job of doing what you're told. Because that is an amazing, amazing shot. And how's that for a close up of the lioness? That one. See, he got a good close up. Coming back down to mine, and I actually do like my close up. See, we took our pictures from very different perspectives. I'd stand one corner, he'd stand the other, and we'd try to get different angles. And so I think it really worked out well with us having different perspectives and creatures. Here's the lion. Sleep. It was hot that day. They were all sleeping. Where's my favorite one here? I think that's my lioness shot that I liked. That's my shot. And we had a really good day of it together. It was so much fun. And it was so amazing to me. And I had such a blast seeing the animals. And I mean, really, what's better than a day with the animals? This guy is freaking monster. He's as tall as the kids they had in there working with the zookeepers. Massive tortoise. And he is nuzzling everyone affectionately. He's so cute. He's so cute and big and fuzzy, funny. So that was kind of a glimpse of what we did that day. Oh, and I have to say this. I have to say this. Wombat! Wombat! Such a cute little thing. The zoo that I went to down at Blank Park, the Australian experience is interactive. You walk through where all the animals live in the big area together, and the wombats and black swans and stuff come right up to you. So it was really an experience because I got pictures of the black swans stealing the kids' teething crackers. I'm sorry, I find that funny. I really do. I had so much fun though that day. It was just such a nice day with my husband, and that was part of our anniversary celebration. Wombats are a relation to kangaroos. They're a smaller marsupial, similar species. Yeah. That is a kookaburra couple. You're so cute. The actual kangaroo was back in the back corner here. You can see it's a little bit different, but similar. See which one's the less fuzzy photo. It was way in the background. It was hiding. That's the less fuzzy. That's the kangaroo. It's bigger. Then that's out running around with the people too there. So that was the zoo day. I'll just share a few things because I've got so many photos I can't do too much. Okay, so let's see here. I know what to do. If I can find the right tab here. Where did I put that under? Lily Lake Local Farms. Also, I've got a hell of a camera's moon zoom here. And let's see if I can find the ones I'm after. I can get really detailed shots of the moon with my system. So I take different shots of different moon events and lunar stuff. And I've only got a few I've taken out that I really keep because you have to really hit it right. But there are some really good ones. I thought it was this. Sometimes it takes just a lot of photos to really get the one you want. Because some things are just hard to get. And I'm stalling while I look for something specific. By the way, I also take, let's go ahead and throw this into a larger tab for this one, a lot of sunset photos. I love to take them. But let's scroll down here. This is the one that got me because the sun was coming down, but the clouds were here and the sun was coming out from behind them, getting ready to set. And so it almost looked like the clouds were eating it. Oh, Jeff, take care. And then there's all kinds of different areas and different lightings and colors. And I like sunsets. I do not have time to show that full thing right now, but I have to figure out where I put this. Not the pronghorns. That's a whole nother topic. Wildlife loop, maybe? Or is that just the scenery? That's the scenery. Which can itself be fun, but is not what I was after. So let's back up a sec. Take care. Where did I put that? I'm sorry, I'm a little slow right now. I've been doing too much sorting. I can't remember where I put everything at this moment. Might be in here. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's in here. It's in the finished stuff. And that's not the set. Oh yeah, here it is. Baby burro in wildlife loop in the Black Hills. Wild burro. He's such a cutie and such a beggar. He wants attention. Isn't he cute? He's such a cutie. Such a cutie. And here is the close up of the other baby they had last year. Wildlife Loop went through a fire about a year and a half ago. And last year they were trying to rebound the burrows because they actually lost several. So it was a hard year. This is actually, I can find the right one here. Mama feeding baby. Isn't that cute? That's so cute. That's so cute. Animals. Animals being animals can be so charming. I think it's so cute. I think it is so, so cute. And I don't know if anyone's even still left here. Because for some reason, ever since this stream started, I am not getting updates on how many are watching or if anybody has liked it. Because YouTube sucks. They really, really suck. YouTube sucks. They really, really suck. Just had to throw that out there. If you're not there, you're not there. If you're there, you're there. But I love my work. I'm going to take a break from the photos for today. There will be more, including more vultures from last year's set, because I've only shown a tip of the iceberg so far. But I think I'm going to turn that off for now and switch back. To me, scary, scary me. See what happens when you don't respond? You get stuck with me. Stuck with me. Back to painting. Da 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 da. Back to painting. Oh, 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 oh. And so, yes, that's a little glimpse of what I do. A little. I love my work. I love my work. Mm-hmm. So if anyone's still out there, give me a holler. Holla. Holla at your girl. And I hope that you guys had fun. I hope anybody's still out there. Hello, is there anybody out there? Hello, is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Doo, doo, doo. And I hope if anybody is still out there, that they've had some fun, some crazy, crazy, irreverent fun, and that they're happy they came over to visit my crazy streaming butt. I mean, I'm kind of alone right now, so I think I could probably streak and nobody would notice. Nobody would notice, nobody would care. And I don't know. Maybe I'm out of my mind. I'm out of my mind. But at least I had fun. Mm. Blending colors and types. Oh dear. Blending colors and types. Blending colors and types to paint this solar flare. This solar flare. So if anybody jumps in anytime here, great. If no one's here, at least I'm getting work done. I think people kind of fizzled out, and that's fine. Just wish YouTube would update anything for me so I could know where I stand on things. Hello, is there anybody out there? Hello, is there anybody out there? Does anybody know I'm here now? Anybody gonna be now? Hello, is there anybody out there? Maybe not, maybe not. But I keep on going anyway. Yes, I keep it going anyway. Hello, I am crazy and having fun, and the world is all around. The things with you. Mm. So right now I'm just kind of trying to do a. I'm not even sure what you'd call it. I'm kind of trying to make it look like the orange and red event horizon they used in Andromeda, but more free flowy and a little obscure. And blending and fading is always fun. Gold. Poor girl, all alone, painting and getting paint all over herself. Because, insert reason here. So I'm starting with the softer tones, the golden yellow to the soft orange. And then I'm going to come back through and add some of the darker blends and lines and some little speckles from the event horizon, stuff like that. And if anybody sees what I'm doing or knows, great. At least having this video, even if it's unlisted, which I'm not sure how to do because last time I streamed, the second it went offline, for some reason it wouldn't show me the stupid link again, and I had to go searching through all kinds of crap because YouTube sucks. Really, really sucks. YouTube sucks. They really, really suck. Or to quote Psych, suck it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's refresh that a sec so I can see if YouTube's just being stupid. Hey, Abu. Oh, it's great to see you come in. I'm just sitting here rambling to emptiness, and when people show up, it's great. And showing photos and painting. Painting. Right now, doing kind of obscure, weird paintings, but still trying to do kind of an Andromeda black hole style, which was all red and orange and stuff. Looked like a sunset as a black hole. If anyone actually remembers the show. Getting coats done is always a little tricky. Now I gotta let it dry a little before I can add the next stages. It's starting to blur a bit too much. Yeah, I kind of remote in to a lot of the people when they're streaming on my cell too. I just let it play through the car speakers and then message them when I'm, at stop lights or something. That's terrible, I'm sure, but it works. Yeah, photographer and artist, yeah. Welcome back, Supreme. I was showing Abu them earlier, the one I finished when I was streaming with Moira, which is Galactic Spiral, which is actually about 15 colors to do that. I also did the dragon behind me and the paintings up on the wall and the little thing on the lampshade and stuff. So, yeah, this is stuff I do. Interesting interpretation. Not only did I see that, I saw that about 15 million people asking Odin that the last couple days. Poor Odin. Hello. Crazy girl's just sitting here painting all by her lonesome, nobody joining. Aw, it's a good stress relief, Abu. I need to finish the bison job, but I also need to figure out what to do with the feathers on that. I paint and decorate real bone, and I also use bone beads. So I offend the sensitive hearts. Yeah, they've been in and out. I've had a few times I think I was talking to a tray, but it's okay. It's fun. It's just fun because at least I'm not sitting here in an empty house talking to myself or the cats. And I got some mad support from a few of them for my photos. So, do you guys think I need to add more to this, or do you think it actually works like this is kind of a solar burst? I'm kind of thinking I need to come back around the lighter edges and add some dark fading out at the tips to kind of implicate that it's kind of out in space. And of course, it's just the constant blending to make sure all the fades are good everywhere. Yeah, Supreme, there definitely are. And as I was saying with the people I was talking to in Odin's stream, trash and ghetto, no color. Crap, I've seen people of all just trash. Thank you guys. I think I will definitely come back through when it's a little drier and just touch up some spots and maybe add just a little dark to the tips. I think other than that, that one's almost done. Maybe needing to switch. The faces I get from people when I show them that I drilled the shit out of canvas pieces. Some people freak out at that. I'm like, well, it works. I mean, I don't game a lot other than like puzzle games usually. And old style RPGs. I'm more of an old fashioned girl, I swear. Came in here just basically going, I'm sick of everybody fighting. I just want to goof off and have fun. Everyone fighting everywhere about what is and isn't okay, what is and isn't bigoted, what is and isn't. Oh, shut up, people, and just learn to enjoy each other's company. Yeah, I'm very old fashioned in a lot of ways. Like I said, I am the little tribal artist and photographer. I spend most of my time out with animals, not in here with the technology with people. And I sleep very little. Like, I'm so tired of race baiting on all sides. I'm so tired of if you don't like this or you like this, you're racist and stuff. I just want people to shut up and get along. I can understand that, Supreme. For me, I'm not, I think, the normal person in the fandom realm. I'm very much more old world and very much not technology, if that makes sense at all. I like to do with my hands. I like to go out and be with animals. I like to hike and explore. I make my own lip balms and shampoos and shit. So I'm not a normal person in a lot of ways. I want to get some stencil work and stuff and actually come through and do like little mural scenes on a lot of these backgrounds like this I'm doing. And yeah, I actually like finding more people who don't think like me. I like being able to have a lot of different opinions and ideas. As I keep saying, I want more ideas. I want more voices. I want more styles and personalities. I want more, more. Do more. The one that cracked me up the most the other day was when somebody decided to tell me that I'm alt right if I don't like what they like. It's like, you know what? Seriously? The alt right wouldn't have me if you paid them. Aw, thank you. I do actually do pretty good selling a lot of my stuff, mostly to friends through Facebook. And most of that money goes to help with the inner city stuff I do with like my god kids and stuff. Because honestly, I care more about that stuff than any of this crap. I want to help people. Exactly, Supreme. And that's just it. If people are free thinking and accepting, I don't care which side of what they fall on, as long as they're not trying to force their viewpoints down my throat, I'll respect them. You know? It's the ones that just absolutely are hateful. I can't, nope, I can't do it. Aw. See, I grew up in the upper edge of the millennial generation, but I grew up so broke ass. This kind of shit, we didn't have time for this. We're just trying to stay alive. I mean, all this other shit just fell to the wayside. We were trying to stay alive. See, I think because like doing some of these obscure style, just blended, faded backgrounds like this, and then doing like a tribal mural in it, I think would be really cool. And I'm still blending the fade points in this one, so it's a little wonky looking at. I mean, what I don't even know what trends I would try to follow. Well, see, I think that's the thing most people don't realize with me, Supreme, is I am disabled. I can't work normal jobs. I can't actually stand up every day because I have severe neuromuscular issues. So I can sit here and look fine most days once I'm in the seat, but I am not healthy by much of any stretch of the imagination because I grew up dealing with seizures and neuromuscular issues, and I've already bested everything doctors thought I could do, and I'm going to get myself stronger again because I ain't rolling over. I ain't going to roll over just because life's hard. But I can sit here and look perfectly normal. I'm not, but I can look it. Supreme, I actually really get that. I had to help take care of my dad growing up because of his muscular dystrophy and stuff, because mom's also disabled and she had to work because we didn't have a choice. So, I mean, my dad has multiple types of muscular dystrophy, arthritis, diabetes, heart problems, and other stuff. And so I had to help take care of him when nobody else was around the house, even when I was little. So, yeah, it's a lot of work. I have to do a mural on some of these. I have to do a mural. Or I could just paint a bunch of circles and triangles and eyes in it and post it to some conspiracy groups as an Illuminati painting. Okay, that was a little sadistic. My ideas. The money I make with my art and the stuff I do mostly funds medical care and physical help for let's see if I can find the photo here a sec. I'll just do a quick share. I mostly am funding stuff for these kids, those guys. And I'll see what you guys said in comments and stuff like that. I'm switching right back out of this. I just wanted to see. Most of my stuff goes to fund medical care for them. Those are my god kids. So that's my heart. Yes, I did say Illuminati painting. So I'm so freaking sick and tired of everyone saying that if you use triangles or eyes or anything, you're Illuminati. It's such fucking shit. Thank you, Abu, and I hope you come back. See those two kids? Um, she's adopted. She was a drug baby with palsy. He has medical problems because he actually lived through two abortions. And they're both adopted by my pastor, so there's no money for them. They're really sweet kids, but they've just got so little. So I spend a lot of money and time yearly on them. And I love them. They're my hearts. They're the sweetest kids. They're just amazing kids. They're such a good attitude through everything they deal with. Now I got all mushy about the kids I love. Oh, but wait, I keep forgetting. I keep being told that I'm racist because I don't like race swapping. Now I'm confused. Screw them. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. I keep telling people they'd be surprised if they knew my life. I have this life devotion to those kids. I really do. They are my heart. So, mhm. What am I going to do with this? I want just a light spin. I don't want to blend it. I just want all combined in. I want to fade a lot. So stroke. So yeah, that's my devotion. Kids. And I don't care anybody else's viewpoints on much of anything. My view is the kids need care. Oh, um, well, it feels good to do that. I don't know about walking on eggshells. I've never done it. I've never cared if I offend people. That probably sounds really bad. I've never cared if I offend people. I could try to tell people, your feelings got hurt. Ooh, let me see. Nope, no fucks to give. That's terrible. I know, but that's how I feel. This one. I do on rare occasion. I'm not much of a gamer anymore, so it's more just stopping by to support people, but I'll try to if you want to send me the link if you have the Twitter for me, I can always try to check when you're on or give you a follow at least, and we can go from there a bit. I think meow, meow, meow. Hmm. I think I'm probably going to need to get out for a little bit. Been on here quite a while now, and I know my husband should be home soon, and he'll probably want the computer for a little bit. So I think I'm going to have to call things for now. Give a big, excited, particularly happy goodbye to everybody who was patient through my little art and my BSing around and showing off my work because I'm a shameless self promoter. I'm sorry. Thank you, Brian. I was getting ready to sign off for now because my husband should be home any minute and I promised him some movie time, but I might be back on later. Mostly just been showing off photos and painting and bullshitting around. Everything's silly and ridiculous and just telling people get along. Well, thank you, Supreme. Like I said, I'm not quite your normal fandom person. I'm very much more old world and do by your own hands. But it was nice to see everyone and thank you all for support and appreciation. It means a lot. And I'll be back. Bye.